The beggar stood outside the large glass doors of the car shop. His clothes worn and dusty, his hair tangled from days of sleeping on the streets. He had passed by the dealership many times, admiring the shining cars inside. Today, he simply wanted to step in for a moment, not to ask for money, but to look around, to feel for a second what life used to be before everything went wrong. As he walked in, the warm air and bright lights made him pause. A memory flashed in his mind. Once, he had owned a company, a home, and a life filled with dignity. But fate had changed everything. A trusted partner had betrayed him, stole what belonged to him, and left him on the streets without anyone to turn to. Still, he carried hope. He carried patience. And somewhere deep inside, he carried the truth. The salesman behind the counter spotted him and frowned, whispering something to another employee. They both stared at the beggar as if he was dirt on their polished floor. "Hey, you can't be in here!" the salesman shouted, walking toward him with quick, annoyed steps. "This place is for customers, not for people like you." The beggar tried to speak gently. "I'm not here to cause trouble. I just wanted to take a look." But the employees didn't care. One of them grabbed him by the arm and pushed him toward the door. "Get out before we call security!" He stumbled outside and landed on the pavement. But instead of anger, a strange calm filled him. He knew something they didn't. For weeks, lawyers had been working behind the scenes to restore what was rightfully his. And today, at this very dealership, the final documents were being signed. He stood back up, brushed the dust off his sleeves, and waited. A black car pulled up and a well-dressed man stepped out, his lawyer. "Sir," the lawyer said respectfully, handing him a folder, "it's done. You are officially the owner of this entire dealership again." The beggar, no, the owner, walked toward the same doors he had just been thrown out of. The employees stared in confusion as he entered with the lawyer by his side. The manager approached quickly. "Sir, can I help?" The lawyer interrupted, handing him the papers. "Meet your new boss." The salesman who had pushed him out earlier felt his face drain of color. His hands shook, realizing the man he had insulted and humiliated was now the owner. The room went silent. The owner looked at them calmly, not with hatred, but with a quiet strength. "I came here with nothing," he said softly. "But that didn't give you the right to treat me like nothing. Remember, kindness costs nothing, but it means everything." The employees lowered their heads in shame. He walked through the dealership with steady steps. No longer the poor man they assumed he was, but someone who had earned every piece of his dignity back. As he reached the exit once more, he whispered to himself, "Life changes fast. Never lose hope." If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe for more emotional and inspiring content.